Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, this tripod is literally on its last leg. It keeps on, like, the camera keeps on falling I just keep on tightening it and tightening it and tightening it, and it just keeps on falling and falling and falling. I'm, like, afraid to adjust the camera, because I'm like, if I do and it just falls to the side, I think it might be... I think I literally have, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days. I hope it lasts until I get back. Otherwise... I have things that I can do. I can, like, put you guys on top of books and things like that. We'll make it work. Okay, so I did it this way for my drama video that I filmed today. You're on top of a table that's over there that I pulled over here. And then you're on top of a trash can. And then you're on the tripod on top of a trash can so that it fits me. And I want to I feel like I should pull the camera or the table a little bit closer, but I'm afraid that it's going to fall if okay, hold on a second. I can't believe it, actually. I was for sure, because I did that in my drama video, and it went down like a Jenga, like a Jenga game, like a professional Jenga game. Anyway, I can't believe it just did that, and it lasted. Okay, I have hope for this tripod. When I get home, I'm ordering a couple different tripods of different kind of sizes. Tripods are really not that expensive. So anyway... I'm actually filming kind of early today. It is currently, it's 4 o'clock, right on the dot. And Alex has a meeting, like a Zoom meeting that he had to do from 4 to 5. And so we've been outside most of the day. And so he was like, I'm gonna go upstairs to do this meeting. And I thought, okay, well, that's a perfect time for me to vlog then. And so he came up here and he was like, where do you wanna be? And I said, I can be wherever, is easiest for you. And he goes, okay, well, I'll go sit on the patio then. So I was like, okay, well, I'll sit inside. So while he is doing his Zoom meeting for work, I am filming my vlog. And then the vlog will be done and ready to go. And I filmed a drama video today, which I can't believe. It seems surreal. Alex had another meeting to do earlier, so he did that downstairs. He had some other stuff that he had to do. So I was like, I'm gonna film a drama video today. So yeah, it's been a really, really good day. I am so incredibly relaxed right now. Like, I feel super, super just relaxed and just had a great day. I didn't stay up super late last night, and I still got a good night of sleep, and I actually went to bed early. Alex was talking about, he was like, I think that we need like a new mattress or something. He was like, I fall asleep like right away here. And I said, you fall asleep right away at home too. And he goes, I know, but he goes, usually like I'll wake up and fall back asleep, wake up and fall back asleep. And he was like, I don't really turn my head a whole lot like while we're here. And I said, well, maybe we need new pillows. Maybe it's not a mattress that we need. We can get a new mattress, but I was like, maybe it's not a new mattress that we need. Maybe it's, new pillows that we need. So when we get home, we're going to look at, well, first of all, the chair downstairs that I used to film in, we kind of wanted to wait until the dogs were gone because like Boo Radley would dig in that chair, and we just need a new chair. And so, we want to get another chair and ottoman, but we just want to get like something that's comfortable because when we do the redo on the house, we're going to get all new furniture. And so we just want to get something that like will tide us over until like that part of the house is done, which that could be like another year or two. So we just want to get something. I've been looking on Wayfair. I mean, we don't want some super, expensive chair, but we want something that's comfortable to sit in front of the TV that also has an ottoman. So if anybody has any suggestions of where to look, let me know online. We've been looking at Wayfair. It's interesting, like, the Wayfair, like, to look online for chairs like that, it either goes kind of in the route of, like, a lazy boy, which we definitely don't want, or it's kind of like this overly garish, kind of like huge chair, which we also don't want either. So many people have asked me to go back to filming. There's like a bug on the camera. I was like, was it coming behind? Is it another UFO? Which we'll get to in just a second. I'm actually kind of glad that happened because I can talk about the UFO from last night that I totally forgot about. There's a bug that was just like crawling across the camera, and I was like, it's still crawling. Now it went around the back, and now it's on the side. But anyway, or they have like these overly like garish, like huge. Can you hear? My husband's on a meeting out there. Can you hear him? He was talking just a second ago. But they have these, there the bugs on there again. Hold on a second. Come on, bug, now. Come on, go back outside. They have these like huge chairs that are like, they're very nice, some of them, but they're just kind of like ridiculous for us. Or they go like lazy boy, and I don't love lazy boys. We have friends of ours that love their lazy boys, but like for a chair like that, we want like a chair and an ottoman. And I also, like I was saying, like people have been asking me to go back to that chair and film again with the ring light. And so when we get a new chair, I probably will do that. Not for every video. I like filming in the bedroom, actually. It's like easy. So this is how I film in the bedroom. I can actually show you right here on this. So it's lower. So this is like really high, the backboard of the bed. It's really high. Ours comes to about, like I would say where the middle line is right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like the middle of this. It comes to like the middle of that, maybe a little bit higher. And then I just put the tripod, one leg behind it, and then the other two setting on like that part on the top, like there. And so it sits perfectly. The only problem is with the bedroom, it goes like, I mean, it's funny because people recently have been saying like you film in the bedroom and it's like really light in there, like it's so like light and airy that it goes in and out. Well, it goes in and out because there's stuff behind me, so it focuses on that. I have never, I mean, people have commented on that for like the last 8.5 years that I've been on YouTube, that my camera goes in and out. And it's not the camera, because this bug just keeps on going. What is its fascination with this video? Did you want to be on video, honey? It just keeps on like going around this, hold on a second. It's like a little, it looks like the size of an ant, but it like flies. So it'll like fly off and it flies back on the camera. I don't know what its interest is on the camera. But anyway, before I had a Sony, and now I have this Canon G7X, which I've had the same type of camera for the last couple years. Both of them, they're very similar. They look almost identical. But both of them wouldn't focus on me. And I've like looked into it. This bug is driving me crazy, you guys. It's literally like, so the camera, I showed this in a video not too long ago. It like goes up, and so there's a screen. So I'm looking at myself right now. And it's like literally crawling all over the screen. Now it's on top of it. Anyway. But like I've never been able to focus the camera. I've like read up on it. I've like Google searched it. I've looked up YouTube videos of how to focus it. A lot of the reason why, like, either people have like $10,000 cameras that you like adjust every little thing on, that it focuses just on your face. Like even this camera has like a square, like right here, there's a square. So if I stay right in there and I don't move, then it will focus and it won't go out of focus. Now the bug is literally getting ready to crawl. You might see something go across there. Oh no, it's on the side now. But anyway, so I have looked at so many different things. Now, I've had friends of mine that have, most of my friends either film on their iPhone, and an iPhone doesn't typically do that, or some type of phone, or they have like $10,000 cameras. I'm not getting a $10,000 camera, okay? I'm just not. And most people I know film on their cameras or their phones anymore. I don't love filming on my phone because I don't really know ever where to look. Now, I know that these seem like problems that could be easily solved. My husband, Caroline, everybody that I know has tried to tell me where to look in the iPhone, and when I do it, I still don't know where to look. So I feel like it just went out of focus. I still don't know where to look. So I don't know. That's one of the goals for 2025. Fix the focus on my cameras. But anyway, you know, I don't think most people watch my videos for the focusing, but I do think it takes away a little bit of the quality of the video. I think it takes a lot away from the quality of the video. So that being said, I think I need to fix that. But anyway, so I don't even know how I got to this conversation. Wiggle my toes and I'll remember. So we're gonna, oh, I was talking about the bed and then this. Okay, so we want to get another chair for the living room, and then I'll probably pull the ring light out. The thing is that when I film, like in that chair, there's so much stuff behind me because the kitchen's behind me. So it focuses like on the window, the light of the window, the kitchen, things like that, that it's constantly pulling the focus off me. Which is one of the reasons why I actually started filming in the bedroom, because I thought it would be easier. If you look at people like YouTubers and TikTokers and stuff that just have like a green screen behind them, or they just have like one solid color, it doesn't focus off them a lot. Like if this was just all like white behind me, and not like my bedroom, because there's a door, there's a dresser, there's other stuff behind me, so it like pulls the focus. But if this was just like all, like especially if it was like all just this color, like a darker color, like dark gray or black or blue, like it would stay in focus the whole time, because it would just be me, and it would just be, does that make sense? Okay, so anyway, I know it does. It doesn't, it like took a while for me to figure it all out because I'm technologically stupid. But anyway, we want to get a new chair for the living room. Okay. But we also are going to start looking at like a new mattress, a new bed, like we already have enough sheets and stuff like that, new pillows and all that kind of stuff. I have been sleeping, well, the other night I had a hard time falling asleep, but last night, okay, I filmed early last night, didn't I? Yeah, so I filmed early last night. Last night we went to this like steakhouse here, which incidentally had quite a few. This place has so many vegan and vegetarian options, and they're different on the menu. Like they'll have vegan options and they'll have vegetarian options. This bug is like now on the bottom of the camera. I'm kind of afraid to like, Did I get it? No, it's still on the camera. I was gonna like try to move it to the table. But they have like a lot of vegan and vegetarian options, and I was kind of surprised, especially it being a steakhouse. Alex got so I haven't done this yet. I'll tell you guys what we got for dinner at these places. So last night, Alex had a skirt steak. They had like tenderloin, skirt steak, New York strip. They had like 6 different kinds of steak. All of them looked really, really good because people around us, we ate really late, and then they were like really behind. Like everybody was there apparently last night. It's like the big hot restaurant for this place, I guess. And anyway, so now it's crawling up. It is like crawling all over this thing. It's like going really, really fast. It's so crazy. I'm trying to like, if it would get somewhere where I could see it, I could just kind of brush it off onto the table. But anyway, I ended up so Alex and I split this fried cauliflower that was so delicious. It was so good. And then the bread was really, really great. And then I got this potato soup that was vegan, and it was really, really good as well. And then, oh, it flew away. No, watch, it's gonna fly right back. It literally just flew away. I have no idea where it went. Oh, there it is. There it is. So, I had this potato soup, which I thought would be more like, kind of like a thick baked potato soup, but it wasn't. It was more of a, like a vegetarian broth with like big chunks of potato in it. It was good though. And then they had like a protein bowl as like a main course, but I didn't want that. So we actually got sides and I split them. I wasn't super, super hungry last night. So we got like mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. The macaroni and cheese was watery. It reminded me of my grandma's macaroni and cheese. I had like 1 bite of it. We got 2 bowls of it. I was like, Alex, you can have it. So he had it. Mashed potatoes, I ate some of those, and then we got sweet potato fries and regular fries. Alex ate the regular fries, I ate the sweet potato fries. So really I had like half potato soup, the cauliflower, half of that, but it was like all the portions are real small. The cauliflower was delicious. So yeah, so that's what we had last night. And then afterwards, like Alex was exhausted, and he, like the day yesterday, we were talking about this last night at dinner, like the place was really nice. All the restaurants here are absolutely beautiful. It was just really fun. It felt like Alex was actually saying that the restaurant we went to last night, part of it reminded him of that Delilah in Las Vegas that he really wanted to go to, that's like so hard to get on the list and stuff like that for. And it did kind of look like that. It kind of felt like we were like in New York at a steakhouse during the middle of winter or something like that. If you didn't know, it was like 80 degrees outside, you know? So he was like almost fall asleep at the end. And so, because I got a cup of coffee, and then they were like closing down. So there was like 5 of us that they like hustled in there at the last minute. Our reservations were for 9:15, but they didn't like seat us until like 5 till 10, and then they closed at 11. So they were like trying to like get all these people out of there. I think we were like the first ones to go of the 5. But anyway, because we were all kind of like waiting outside to be seated. It was super packed last night. And so afterwards, I was like, did you want to like go get a glass of wine somewhere, sit down? And he was like, no. He was like, I'm really tired. Do you care if we go back to the room? I was like, no, not at all. Let's just go back to the room. So I got a cup of coffee on the way back. So I wanted a cup of coffee I like a cup of coffee after dinner if we go out somewhere. So I got a cup of coffee on the way. There's like this little like cafe place where they have like sandwiches and desserts and stuff. Oh, I talked to you guys about the carrot cake. I did not get any carrot cake. It was very good. So got a cup of coffee, brought it back here, and then we got up yesterday. I got a very, very short nap because I filmed my vlog before. So I got like a 25 minute nap. Alex goes, you're laying down right now. He goes, your nap's for like 2 hours. I go, I know, I just have to rest my head for a little bit. So we were talking about this at dinner last night. He was like, we should have just done room service tonight. We shouldn't have like gone to a restaurant. He was like, because we should have just like, because we took showers and, you know, and I was so, like, last night I just put on, like, shorts and, like, some button up. Last night I was like, I didn't even do my hair. I, like, took a shower. My hair was wet. I put some stuff in it to kind of make it look nice. Other than that, I just was like, I am relaxation central. That day yesterday, I didn't even realize it till later how good it was. Like, it just was such a relaxing day. It was just, I mean, I was like in and out of the ocean all day long and just laying there talking to Caroline and her friends and Alex. It was just such a fun day. It was just such a relaxing day. This trip has been so relaxing and so good for me. And so many of you guys have said that, like this, like you seem different. Like a couple people have reached out to me, been like, Peter, you seem so relaxed on this vacation. You seem so good. I'm hoping to really carry that like home when we go home because I really need to. And this trip has been really good. So we got back last night And Alex was like looking at TikToks and stuff, and he goes, I'm gonna go to bed. So he had this like meeting thing that he had to do this morning at like 8:30. And then he had like another thing he had to do at like I think it was like 10:30 to 11:30. That was when I filmed the drama video. And so he was like, I'm gonna go to bed early. And I said, okay. So I went outside and I called Tanya. Tanya and I talked for like an hour last night. It was so weird. I was like, I said to her, I mean, we've like talked almost every night, you know, that I've been here, but I was like, it's so weird calling you like on vacation. She goes, and you not like checking on Boo Radley. It is so weird. And I'm gonna get real emotional when I talk about this. One of our dear friends, we have like this gay couple that we've been friends with like since we started dating at the same time that they started dating. They've been together forever and we just adore them. They have this little Pomeranian, and I got on Facebook today and they posted that she had like passed away, and she was 11, and I just love this little dog so much. And I don't know, like brought all this stuff up with Boo Radley. Like I reached out to them and I was like, I am so sorry. Like I will forever remember her. Like she just was she just was the cutest little dog. It just like ran around everywhere and stuff like that. All their pictures were so cute, and they always dressed her up, and they always had like birthday parties for her and Christmas and stuff like that, you know? And I was like, and the one guy messaged me back, and he was like, texted me back, and he was like, it is the hardest thing. He's like, I do not know how you did this with 3 dogs. And I was telling him, I was like, you know this, but like Alex is like really like, he's like, you can have as many dogs as you want, but Alex is like, we've talked a little bit about on this trip. He's like, I'm getting more used to the idea of having another dog. I'm just not there yet. And he's like, but if you want to get a dog, like as soon as we get back, I said, no, like fall. And he's like, well, I don't even know that I'll be ready then, but you can get one. He was like, I mean, like, we're gonna have to talk about it. So I was telling my friend that, and he goes, it's interesting. He goes, because I feel the same way as Alex, and his partner doesn't. And he's like, his partner's like you, or was telling me that. And so we were talking about that. It's so hard, you know? He's like, I don't know how you did it with 3 dogs. He's like, she's literally been our life for the last 11 years. And he said, he was like, you know, I'm so grateful that we got to have 11 years with her and stuff like that. But it just broke my heart for them. I feel like in the last 6 months, I've had like, you know, Mel's dog passed away, and our, you know, little Boo Radley passed away, and their dog passed away, and I have like 3 other friends whose dogs have passed away. And it just feels like in the last 6 months, I've known so many people that have passed, so many people's dogs that have passed away. It's just really sad, you know? So anyway, I was talking to Tanya last night, and I was telling, you know, I was like, it's weird, like, you know, she's like, yeah, not checking on like Boo Radley, because she would send me like videos and, you know, photos and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, it's just weird, like not being like, how's my little guy doing and whatever. And Alex and I did talk last night, because I said, before I talked to Tanya on the phone, I said something to him about like, we used to always say like, you know, like, because we had talked about it before, and we kind of like walk around the conversations. Like sometimes we can have the conversations, and sometimes we're both like not in an emotional space to have the conversation at all. But last night we kind of like fed into it a little bit. We were talking about like how we would talk about like if we brought like, you know, Boo, Tucker, and Pee-Pee like on vacation, where they would sleep. And he was like, Pee-Pee would sleep right here and Boo would sleep between our heads. And he was like, that's what we used to always say. And Tucker would be like on his back, you know. It's different. It's different, you know. So I talked to Tanya for a long time last night. And we got laughing so hard about it. She was telling me some stories about some stuff, some friends of ours. And, you know, I'm not home, so I'm not like, I'll text people and be like, hey, what's up? But like, I'm not like, you know, hearing like the regular stories of like our sober friends and stuff like that. So there's some stuff going on that's kind of funny, honestly. And so she's like, I cannot wait till you get home. She's like, because your phone's going to be ringing off the hook. I was like, well, that's good. So, you know, like, but anyway, she was telling me some stuff. So anyway, we were laughing, and it was good to check in with her. And then after I got off the phone with her, I was like trying to get a hold of Nikki, but she'd already gone to sleep. And so, so then I was like, well, I talked to Tanya and I said, I have a new show for you to watch. This kills me. Tanya watches, like, a show comes out, she watches it. Not even that night. She watches it that afternoon. And she goes, what is it? And I go, well, it's about this murder investigation. She goes, The Breakthrough? And I go, did I tell you about it already? She goes, well, you did mention it to me. She goes, but I already watched it. And I go, well, I only have 1 episode left, so please don't ruin it for me. She goes, it is so good. Did you know it was based on true story? And I was like, yeah. And so we were talking about it a little bit. But then she was like getting into like, you know, spoil. I was like, Tanya, I only have one episode left. Please don't spoil it for me. And I will say this, if you watch it, you think it's going completely in one direction and it goes completely in a different direction. So the last episode is a complete surprise. I will tell you that. And it is a true story on how they solved it. So it's really interesting. But so last night I watched the last episode and then I was like, I think I'm going to start Squid Games. Is that what it's called? Squid Games. I think I'm going to start that next. And I always want to say Spy Games. Wasn't that a movie with that chick that was from Season for Miracles, and she was also on House on Haunted Hill? But I knew her first because she was the main character in that Christmas movie, Season for Miracles, that I love. It was like one of the movies that I picked this year for Peter's Movie Club, which, by the way, Peter's Movie Club is coming back to my Peter Does Stuff channel. I have to figure out a time I want to do it. I'm thinking about maybe waiting until after we come back from Ultra. I'm thinking about maybe making Peter's Movie Club like a summer thing and combining the two and doing shark movies and just kind of summer movies and stuff like that. I don't know how I'm going to do it. We'll figure it out. But I miss doing it because it was like fun to watch a video over it. But I'm watching so many TV shows that it's kind of hard to keep up with the TV shows and movies and all kind of stuff. So anyway, when I got done with that last night, it was so good. It was really good. I was like, okay, do I want to start Squid Games? I really was like, I haven't really listened to a whole lot of an Audible book. And so I was like, get into an Audible book. The Along Came a Spider book, I'm slowly moving through this. So I was like, well, maybe I'll go get my like light things from my bag and read like for an hour. And I was like, just go to bed. And at that point I think it was like 1:45 in the morning. I was like, just go to bed. No, it had to have been later than that. I think it was like 2:30. I was like, go to bed. I mean, it's already late. Okay, for you, it's early, but for most people, it's like super late, right? I was like, just go to bed. So I came in here and I went to bed and I actually fell asleep pretty quickly. So Alex, got up for this meeting thing and he went downstairs to go do it. And so cause it was all like, you know, dark in here and whatever. And the music was playing outside, so we couldn't go outside. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. I had actually set my alarm for 9:30 and 9:40. And I was like, I'm going to get up and eat breakfast. Cause he was like, anyway, so I was like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to eat breakfast. Cause on vacation, I always say I want to eat breakfast and then I never do. And so I got up and I texted him and I was like, are you close to being done? He was like, no, not at all. And I was like, okay, do you want me to wait for you to eat breakfast? He's like, no. He's like, just go eat breakfast. So I was like, okay. So I walked all the way down to where they have like their breakfast. Well, they have like a couple different places here, but I went to this one place that I wanted to go where they have like all these different, like, it's kind of like a buffet, but not really. It's more like a food court kind of thing. It's really cool. But like they have different stations. Like they had an omelet station, like a waffle and pancake station. They had like a fruit station. But the lines were kind of like long. I was kind of surprised. I mean, not long, but there was like 6 people on each line. I was like, I wasn't even really that hungry. I just wanted to do breakfast one morning. And so I got a plate and sat down by myself and this is what I had for breakfast. I had this like pastry thing that was really good. It had like nutmeg and cinnamon inside of it. I wanted a bagel with cream cheese and they had bagels, but they didn't have cream cheese. So I was like, I don't want just a bagel with butter. So I had this like Danish thing. It was like this big, like pastry thing. It was really good. And then I had a cup of coffee. And then I had, I feel like he's done. I feel like I just heard his computer close. He can't be done that already. It's only 4:21. He can't be done already. No, I can hear people talking. He's got the AirPods on out there. So I got this pastry thing. It was good. And then I got pineapple and I got kiwi. And I had a cup of coffee. What else did I have? Oh, I had plantains and sweet potatoes. And I ate the plantains, but I love plantains. Oh my God, Alex's aunt makes the best plantains in the entire world. I'm kind of picky about plantains, honestly. So I had plantains, and then I had sweet potatoes, and then I just kind of like ate half of everything, and then I just was like done. But I was like, I brought my AirPods down, so I was just like, do I listen to music and just sit here? Do I listen to an audiobook? I didn't really know. And so there's like several YouTubers that I like try to like catch up on their videos. Like, you know, I'll take like one day a week and watch, and it's not like stuff that I cover. There are several people that I watch pretty consistently. Well, like I'll just screenshot their videos and want to go back and watch them. So Mallory Brooke is somebody that I've been rather friendly with the last couple of years. She's a beauty influencer, makeup person, trained makeup artist, and I love Mallory, and she's very, very honest. And so I had seen this video that she had done. Hold on a second, I'll tell you what it's called, in case anybody wants to watch it. You know, I've been talking about there's gonna be a return on YouTube to like more authentic like YouTubers and stuff. And she definitely is that. And so I had screenshot this video that she put out 8 days ago, which is called, hold on a second, I watched both of them this morning. It was called, There Are Some Things I Need You to Know Losing My Channel. It's 19 minutes and 7 seconds. She posted it 9 days ago. And so I sat there and ate breakfast and I watched it. I knew some of it just from like having watched her stuff, some things she's mentioned and whatever, but like most of it I did not know. I mean, this girl has gone through hell. She's gone through absolute hell. But in there, she talks about how she has moved and she's living with her parents in Indiana. And she has an Indiana sweatshirt on. I was like, she had this Indiana sweatshirt on. I was like, she's gonna say she moved to Indiana. And so she's like, so I'm a Hoosier again and all this kind of stuff. So then I got done with breakfast. Alex was still in his meeting. So I got another cup of coffee at this little cafe place and I went and I sat outside. Because at that point, it was like early. It was like, it wasn't even 10:30 yet. I mean, I was up early today. This is not the Peter Monn, okay? Especially not Peter Monn on vacation. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. I'm gonna watch her second video because she put a second video out to get ready with me. I like the old school get readies with me when they're actual like get readies with me, like let me show you the products and they're honest, okay? They're not like getting paid to do everything. And then, I mean, I don't even care if they get paid for some of the things, but it's like they're honest about it and whatever. And then they tell you like what's going on with their life. Like, I love that so much. Hold on just a second. I want to see if she put anything in the description box of this about what the video is about so I can give you a little bit more. Like she links the products. So a lot of people are doing this now on YouTube. So YouTube has kind of a thing that's like Amazon links, but it's called like storefront, I think. Like on all my channels, like they've asked me to like, I mean, you know, I think they ask everybody to join it. It's just like this program that you join. But then what you do is when your video's done, like if I was holding up these glasses, I don't even know if like these glasses like Caddis is on there. It's kind of like our style links, if you know what I'm talking about, or like to know it. I know some of you guys probably know what those things are. Like on Instagram, like if somebody has a shirt on, they'll like link it like to know it. And so it's like multiple brands. Well, YouTube now has that as well. And what's great about it is that it's built-in FTC guidelines, okay? So it's built in, like right underneath the videos. I noticed Laura Lee did this in her video the other day. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of drama channels are doing it. I thought about doing it over here about things I use, but what would I put in there? Like my hat, the glasses, this Target t-shirt. I mean, what would I put in there, you know? So anyway, but a lot of people are doing it, but when you go underneath here, it says tagged links below, and then it says learn more about, and then it has this about products and commissions, and so it has this, the FTC guideline is like built right into it, which I love. And like at the top here it says like view products, and then you can like go through and it like shows you how to view products. I noticed Laura Lee did it on hers too. I was kind of surprised because a lot of those people, like, you know, Jacqueline and those people, they're not doing it yet. I think you earn less on YouTube than you do like through Amazon links or our style and stuff like that. But the good thing about it is the FTC is built right into it. So you don't have to worry about it. You just go through there and link it, you know? A couple people have reached out to me and said, have you seen this on there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like the FTC disclosure is built right into it. So, I mean, YouTube is smart for covering their ass on that. But it also, so like, in your, like if I were to link these things, like let's say if I like, I don't even know, let's just say if I've made $20 off of linking these glasses, then at the end of the month, they just add that to your AdSense money, which, I mean, it's smart how they do it. It's really smart how they do it. So I think it's great that they built that in there. I don't know, I'll probably, if I were to do anything, because people have been like, Peter, keep, you know, include links, so much stuff you link. If I do that, that's probably what I'll do, because it's just like so easily built in there and stuff like that. So anyway, and you don't actually, for that, have to hit the paid programming thing because they're just links. So they're not like you're getting sponsored for it. And it's totally built into the whole thing. So if you're a YouTuber out there and you're thinking about using products, because I know there's a lot of people out there that watch my vlogs that also make YouTube videos, and you've been thinking about doing it. As somebody that covers the FTC stuff a lot, like that's a really safe way to do it. So anyway, I watched her second video, and I sat outside and drank coffee and watched her second video, and the second video is called, I Need You to Know the Rest of the Story, Get Ready With Me. It's 35 minutes and 36 seconds long, and she posted a day ago. And so I watched it. I don't want to get into telling her story. It's her story to tell. I hadn't talked to her in a long time, and I just was like, I sat outside and I thought, you need to reach out to her. So I reached out to her and I just like messaged her some stuff about, you know, like being in Indianapolis. I just I'm glad that she's doing well. I hope she's doing well, checking in on her. And she was so sweet. We had this really nice interchange back and forth. It's weird because like the YouTubers that I've gotten close with, like through the years, I mean, a lot of people have been, I don't really, to be honest with you, ever, like other than like major influencers and stuff like that, like I don't really ever interact with anybody that's not just like a normal human being. And even that, like most of the people, like the YouTubers that I've covered, like back in the day when I talked to them, I mean, there were a few that were kind of out there, like Jeffree Star, like definitely always thinks of himself as a celebrity and even did back then. But like most of the people that I talked to, like they didn't act that way. The camera stopped. They didn't act that way about themselves. Like Shane Dawson seemed like just acted like a very normal person. Trisha Paytas acted like that too. Most people that when I met them, but it's interesting, like, I mean, other than drama channels that I'm friendly with almost all the drama channels, and talk to them and text, we text back and forth and whatever and stuff like that. But other than the drama channels, which I think that that's natural, that people would think that we interacted and whatever, other than them, like I have made some pretty solid friendships with YouTubers. I think that's something that's just kind of happened in the last 2 years, with people that would kind of surprise people, I think. Like, I don't even really mention a lot of them on video, but like they're people that I keep in pretty regular contact with. But they're kind of like in all different kind of communities. I think she is so real. I love Mallory Brooke. I think she is the real deal. I really like her. And she was very sweet, and so I was like, well, if you ever need anything, we're in Indianapolis and whatever, and she just was really sweet. And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much for reaching out. She was really sweet. So anyway, so I watched that video and then I came back to the room and then I was like, Alex is not done yet. It's like, I think it was like 11 or something like that by the, I don't even know what time it was, but I was like, I think it was like 11 because I got done right before 12 with the video. And I was like, I'm filming a drama video. Like, it has been 5 days. I miss filming over there. I want to flip a fan, have some fun. So I texted Alex and I was like, how should I film or should I wait till you get back to the room? And he was like, no, you can film because I'm still going. And I said, okay. So, but he was like, but I got to come back to the room and I got to get something and then like, finish up with this meeting. And I was like, okay. So I started filming. He was like, but start filming because I don't know how long it'll be. And I was like, so I started filming and then like halfway through, it like was so like perfect, the timing of it, because I had to include this like TikTok clip of Jeffree Star. And so when like he was texting me, he was like, I'm on my way up, which was literally right as I had stopped or he texted me like right before I was going to stop the camera to include the clip. So I stopped the clip, literally waited like 3 minutes. He came in here, he got some stuff and he like left. He goes, I'm going to be done in like a half an hour. I said, oh great, then I will too. So I finished the rest of the video and then I was like rendering it and uploading it. And then Alex texted me that he was on his way up. He's like, are you done? I'm on my way up. And I was like, yeah. The video uploaded so quickly. I was like watching it back as I was uploading it. And so he came up here, put his stuff away. He's like, I'm gonna change to my suit and stuff like that. So he changed into his, swimsuit. And he just kind of like relaxed for a second and was looking at TikToks while I was like finishing the video. And it was like done and uploaded by like 12:15 or I think it was like 12:15 or 12:20 or something like that. And we were like out the door. And we've been outside all day long today. Today, so the beach here, I was talking to some woman and she was like, we're not like in Cancun and we're not in Playa del Carmen. So we're like where like the ocean, it's like, it's not a great beach is where we're at. But the hotel is amazing. I have to say this, like I wasn't like at first, it's so huge. It's not like, we like smaller hotels. But today, so we usually sit at the adult pool, okay? When I was at breakfast today, I think it was because it was like towards when breakfast was closing. There were people in line for like the omelets and the pancakes. But when I say that, it's like, okay, there were like 3 stations that had maybe 5 or 6 people on it. But there were probably in the whole restaurant, which is huge, there were probably only like 30 people, 35 people in there. And then the resort is dead. I don't know what happened. Like they had this huge convention, they said with like 800 people as a flooring convention, and they all left and nobody else has shown up. I mean, it is dead. The restaurant last night was like, I think they closed. Alex said that he noticed that like some of the restaurants are not even open. Like certain ones are open on certain nights. That maybe that's why the Steakhouse was so busy last night. But even the bar afterwards, the nightclub wasn't open last night. The one bar, there was like 15 people sitting in there when we walked by. And they had like a DJ in there and stuff like that. I mean, it's real nice, but there's like nobody here. So today, Alex was like, where do you want to go? And I said, I don't care. He's like, do you want to try a new pool? Because the pool next to us is like, so this is the adult pool, but the pool next to us has like nicer chairs. They're like really nice chairs and cabanas and stuff. He was like, do you want to try that one? I was like, yeah, let's try there. So we sat down there. Well, they had a DJ and they had like later put a buffet out and stuff like that. So it's this massive, it's one, well, okay, the adult pool is separate, and that pool is like 2 separate parts and a bar in the middle. But the rest of it is like this long pool that is like a saltwater pool. And it's just ongoing, okay? But it's literally like 7 different pools. So Alex and I walked down to go see like the saltwater pool, and then he came back and he was like, I think I'm gonna take a nap, because he was like tired because he had gotten up early and stuff like that. And I said, okay. And I was like, I've had my coffee, like I'm ready, my videos were done, I'm ready to go. So I said, are you really gonna take a nap? He's like, yeah, I'm really tired, like on the chair. And I go, okay, well, I'm gonna walk down and see how far the pool goes. He's like, okay. We've kind of like thought, because the adult pool is pretty quiet, that it must get louder down there with all the kids. But I walked all the way to the end of the pool. It's like 7 pools, okay? The pool we were at today, which probably had 40 people at it, was the busiest pool. I passed places that were probably like a good city block of pool. On one side it's the pool, so it's like this long pool that just follows like the resort. So it's on one side is the pool, and on the other side is like facing the beach is like the chairs and cabanas and stuff like that. I passed entire places, and so like each place you go, there's like 3 DJs along these pools, okay, that play different kinds of music, but in between them, I mean, it's probably like 3 miles of pool, and in between them, they have areas where they play like really loungy, soft music. Like one area had like, they were playing, you know, it's just like areas, so like you would see people that, like a whole city block where it's like one couple, and they're like sitting there reading, and nobody's in the pool in that area. And I walked all the way down. There's like this kids pool. This woman, it was funny, she's like my age. She's like, there's no kids playing in the pool. There's hardly any kids here anymore. I mean, I literally, like, the one kid that I saw that was by this, like, so I got it, this area was where there's a big water slide thing. It's not like an amusement park. It's literally like, it looks like I wasn't sure if it was like for adults too. It was like, looks like 2 stories, and it's like you walk up these staircases and there's like 6 different slides that come off of it different ways. But there was no kids in it. And the only family that I saw there with a kid that was like 4 years old was this couple that like we met last night, who incidentally were both from Venezuela, so we started talking to them last night. Their son was about 4 years old. Oh my God, this child was so well behaved at 10 o'clock at night for dinner. They had just gotten here last night. And so we were talking to them. They were asking us stuff about the resort and stuff. They were sitting in that area. They were the only one, and they weren't even playing in the water or anything like that. They were just sitting there. So I said to this woman, I stopped and I talked to her, and I said, is this like for adults too, or just kids? And she was, because y'all know I'm living my best life, right? And I was like, I'm going down this water slide. I don't love the long water slides, but these were like short, you know? And she was like, I think it's for both, but it was real shallow. And she was like, my husband went down, and I was like, with your kids? And she was like, no, we don't have any kids, but my husband went down it a couple times anyway. And she was like, and my father-in-law went down it. And I said, and you're just sitting here? She's like, this is the best sun. She was like literally sitting in like a foot of water, and she's just like sitting with her arms on either side, and she had this big Yeti cup like filled, you know, with like booze. And she's just so sweet. We were talking, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, so she was like, you should go down it. She was like, I think it looks like a lot of fun. And there was nobody in this area except for her, and like the family was over there. And there was probably like 50 like chairs, and there was nobody sitting there. So I was like, no, I'm gonna keep on walking and walk to the very end of the pool. She was the one that I ended up talking to about the beach. And so I kept on walking. I was blown away. At the very, very end of the pool is this area that's like these stairs. It's like the pool just kind of ends, right? And so there's these stairs at the very end. The pool is massive, massive. And there's these stairs at the very end that look like the stairs at our condo, like in the pool. And it's like the railing with like these stairs on it. There's nobody down there. And I sat there, I was like, this is where I want to sit tomorrow. I was like, this is where I want to sit tomorrow so I can feel like I'm at the condo. But there was like all these cabanas and comfortable chairs. I mean, and just literally like all these servers just standing around. And like, and everybody is so friendly here. And like nobody is here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's during the week. I don't know if it's because kids are back in school. I mean, everybody was here this weekend, and then it was just like, it emptied out like overnight. I mean, this place was busy, and then it just emptied out overnight. So I came back, and when I came back, the woman, she saw me like kind of walking by. She goes, are you not going to go down the water slide? And I go, I don't know. And so I asked her about the beach, because I kept on looking at the beach wherever I like stopped. I would like look over and see if it got any better, and it didn't really. I mean, the water is beautiful, but like maybe 20 feet out, then it gets beautiful. The beach is like, it's a pretty white sand beach. It's just, there's nobody on it. Well, there's nobody at the pool, so there's nobody on the beach, definitely. And so I was like, talking to her about the beach, and she's like, I think it's where we're situated. She was like, because she was like talking about, they stayed in Cancun, the beach is gorgeous. They stayed in Playa del Carmen, but we're like south of that, and we're not to like, you know, Playa del Carmen. And so she's like, I think it's just like where we're situated. She's like, I think the wind and the ocean hits here and whatever. And I was like, okay, I didn't understand that. It made sense, whatever she was saying. So I started walking away. She goes, are you, seriously, you're not gonna go down the slide? She goes, you need to go down the slide. She was really sweet. I go, okay, I'll go down the slide. So I got up. I mean, it's literally like you walk up this like short staircase, and I went up there, and it's probably this like 20 foot, like, I mean, it's definitely for like kids. There's 20 foot like water slide. They have all different kinds. They have the kinds with the tubes. She goes, go down the one with the tube. That's the one my husband went in. And I go, I'm afraid I'm gonna get stuck because I'm a little heavy. And she started laughing. So I went down the other one. Well, you go down, and it's not like, you know, like water slides, you like go into like 4 feet of water. It's not. It's literally like less than a foot of water. And so you go, and it's like your butt just edge, you know. She started laughing. She goes, she's like, I'm so proud of you. I go, thanks. She goes, go do another one. Do another one on the other side. So I did another one on the other side, kind of where she was facing. And so she was like, really, she was like, I'm so happy for you. I think she was drunk out of her mind, but she was so sweet. And so anyway, she was like, I'm going to tell my husband that somebody else, another adult, went down it too. But I had so much fun. So anyway, I came back, and I walked all the way back. And then, so anyway, then Alex was like just waking up when I got back. And so the pool that we were in was kind of small, but they had a DJ out there. And so I got in the water. The DJ was fantastic. I mean, he was playing like Afrojack, and he played I Want to Dance with Somebody, the remix by Whitney Houston. Of course, you know I love. So anyway, I was like, oh my God, I'm living my best life in here. So I got in the pool with Diet Coke. Alex got in the pool. He got out later. He's like, my husband, okay, who wore like 50 SPF yesterday. I didn't wear 50, but he is like 10 times more burnt than I am. Like, I don't even know how he got that burnt. He never burns. Last night he was like, I can't believe I'm so burnt. I was like, I can't believe you're so burnt either, because you never burn. And he got so burnt yesterday. And he had SPF all over his face, all over his body, everywhere. And so today he wasn't like really wanting to be like laying out a whole lot in the sun and stuff like that. So he went up to go like find like different towels and stuff like that. And so he was like walking around. He was like looking at the pools. Like I had looked at the pools and stuff. And when he came back, I was in the water at the very end by like where the swim up bar is. I just got like this Diet Pepsi. And so this woman was trying to explain to her husband, Verity by Colleen Hoover, which is, I did not love that book. But anyway, so I so bad wanted to tell her, because she was talking about she was getting to the end of the book. I so bad wanted to tell her that our therapist and his girlfriend read the book, and that there was like a different ending that you can, like, you can buy a special edition copy that has a different ending to Verity. Did you guys know that? We didn't know that. I think I told you guys that like months ago, that our therapist told us that. But he was like, yeah, my girlfriend and I, we got the special edition one because we wanted to read the alternate ending. I didn't even know there was one. I so bad wanted to tell this gal this, but her husband was like drunk, and he was not understanding what she was telling him, nor could he care less. And so I was like, I'm not going to interrupt and be like, did you know there was an alternate? But anyway, so I just kind of like sat there in the corner and like trying to get, the sun was like fading. So how the building is set up, really the only pool that can stay open till like 6 or 7 and have sunlight on it is like the adult pool right in front of us. Like it starts fading, like going down. And so at that point, it was like 10 after 3, and it was like the inching by inching by inching. I was like literally in like the last 5 feet of sunlight in the pool. So finally I got out. I said, let's just move down to the adult pool. So we went down to the adult pool, and then Alex took his shirt off, and I was like, do you want something to drink? He's like, no, I gotta go up for that meeting. I was like, oh, that's right. So anyway, so I got in the pool, and I got a Diet Pepsi, and I came back. And at that point I was like, I thought like maybe I'll vlog and whatever. We must have got over there a little bit earlier than that. It must have been earlier than that. But anyway, so I laid down, and I was like, I gotta start an audiobook. Like, I finished a couple of shows, but I finished one show. Now I want to really get into this, and I brought both of the books down here. Along Came a Spider and Kiss the Girls, okay? And I said this before I left. If I bring both of them down here, I won't read any of them. So today, we're dedicating an hour each day, okay? I'm getting these books done. I'm getting these books done. But I was like, I gotta start listening to an audiobook. So I downloaded this audiobook that is supposed to be like this great science fiction book that just came out. Hold on a second. Well, anyway, I had already downloaded that. So I stopped that and I was like, no, you need to finish The Blue Hour by Paula Hawkins. Like, you got to just get that done. Because that was the November book for Peter's Book Club. And then when I, come back, I'm gonna do a review of The Blue Hour and a review of The Christmas Book, which I can't remember what it was called now, but I love that one by Allie Carter. I'm gonna do a review of both of those. I meant to do the Allie Carter review before I left. But anyway, I started listening to The Blue Hour. I had to restart it again because I don't really remember a lot of what happened. It's about these journal and diary entries and this artist, this photographer. I think she's a photographer. Anyway, I didn't love it this is the third time I've started it. I didn't love it the first 2 times I started it. I think partly because Tanya told me she didn't like it. And we have really, like, Tanya and I don't always agree on books, but the Paula Hawkins books, like Girl on the Train, we've loved every single one of them. So when Tanya told me she didn't like this one, I was like, I'm not gonna like it either. But anyway, so, and no, I'm not gonna forget about the UFO. I gotta remember the UFO. So anyway, I started The Blue Hour, and I'm like 40 minutes into it, but I was like, since I was just laying in a chair listening to it, I was like intently listening to it. I really like it. I'm kind of surprised. I really like it. But the book that I stopped is called All the Water in the World by, did I already read this to you guys? L. Ren. My blue glasses hit different with this. You guys are like, you're not tan, Peter, you're burnt. I know, I am like kind of red and my wrinkles are coming out everywhere. Well, you get older, you get wrinkles. It kind of happens, you know what I'm saying? Although I will tell you, I bought this hydrating, I think the brand is called Dream or something like that. I saw it online and I bought it a while ago and I used it like one time and I didn't love it because it's kind of like a creamy face mask. But I brought it on this trip and I've been using it every night and I love it. It's called like Dream Factory or, I don't know, I'll show it to you guys. I swear by it. Maybe I'll do a review of it because I love this face mask. And I think it was Marissa that sent me the Rare Beauty eye patches. I'm going to use those too. I got those in the bathroom, so I'm going to use those tonight. Okay, so the book is called All the Water in the World by, I think it's Erin, but it's spelled E-I-R-E-N. Caffall, C-A-F-F-A-L-L. Did I already tell you guys about this? Okay, so this is the book. Let me read you the synopsis for it. Oh my god, the synopsis is so long. I did read this to you guys, because it says, in the tradition of Station 11, a literary thriller set partly on the roof of New York's Museum of Natural History in a flooded future. So it's when, like, the world floods. But I had that downloaded, so I was going to listen to that, but I was like, no, get the Blue Hour done. So I'm going to listen to like a total of an hour and a half of Blue Hour tonight, and then my plan is to read like an hour of this tonight, because I really want to get in. Like, listening to Blue Hour, I was like, oh my god, I miss listening to audiobooks. It's so relaxing. I forgot how relaxing it is just to get into a story, you know? And it was so I was like, tonight, I'm gonna watch a new show, hang out with my husband, have a romantic evening. I'm going to listen to my audiobook. I'm going to read along. Okay, I'm aspire. It's going to be a good evening. So yeah, so I listened to that. And then when we came up here, I was like, okay, well, I'll vlog. And then my vlog will be done early. And actually, because he'll be done at 5, the pool doesn't close until like dusk, till the sun goes down, which has been like 6:37 here, I think, maybe closer to 7. So when I get this vlog done and like it gets rendered and I'm uploading it, which it's going to be done here in just a little bit, because I'm at 47 minutes. I might go back down to the pool for another swim and another Diet Pepsi. And just kind of end my day at the pool. But anyway, he probably won't want to. Once he gets to the room, he's kind of like done. That's the only thing about these resorts. Who was I talking to? Like, versus an Airbnb. Like, when you have an Airbnb with a pool, like, you can get in the pool 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? And I love night swims. And I love getting in the pool late at night. Oh, we were talking to the couple from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I think I said Idaho the other night in the video, but I meant Iowa. The other night, they were telling us about a resort, and they're like, the pools don't close. Like, the bars and the pools are like open all night long. You can stay in the pool till like 11 o'clock. I think they close at like 11 or something, they said. Not all night long, but late. All the pools always at any resort we go to close early. Even like adult places. Unico, when we go there, the pools are gorgeous, and they're all lit up. I mean, it's the whole, like, it lights up all through the resort. It's beautiful. But they don't stay up late. Now, the swim-up rooms that we had the last time we were there for Alex's birthday, you can get in those anytime you want. But it's not the same as, like, Cinder. I love... So, one time when my dad and my stepmom and I, we went to St. Martin. we flew in, we got in at like 10:30 at night. I think it was the first time we went there. And I can remember, because they played this song yesterday on the beach. My stepmom used to love Billy Ocean and the song Caribbean Queen, Caribbean Queen. You know that song? Anyway, we were listening to that. My stepmom and I were listening to that and Club Nouveau. Do you remember that? That had the album that had Jealousy on it. It was like a pink and purple album cover with all like the women on it. Oh my God, she loved that album. And so we were like on the plane as it was landing. And I had like this is back in the day, okay? I put this thing up on my Instagram tonight. It was so funny of this girl. She's like how we used to like find song lyrics in the 80s. And she has a notepad and she's like pausing a cassette player and like writing. We used to do that. But anyway, my stepmom and I going into St. Martin, it was not touristy at all. I can remember landing on the landing strip and there were literally like animals on the landing strip. Like cows and stuff like that. So anyway, we got in there at like 10:30 at night. And so we were both listening to Club Nouveau and Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen, with like, I had one like, Walkman Air thing in my ear and she had the other one in her ear and we were like jamming out and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how old I would have been at that point. I was gonna say 7th grade, but I bet it was more like 9th. I think it was 9th or 10th grade. So anyway, and then my dad, like, this was back in the day, the Suzuki Jeeps, which my dad owned a Suzuki Jeep because he loved them in the islands. And so we rented like a Suzuki Jeep. St. Martin is like island. I've stayed on the French side and the Dutch side. St. Martin is probably one of my favorite islands ever. But we stayed at this resort. I think it still exists, and it's called La Samana. At that time, the tennis player, if I believe this is correct, Yvonne Lendl, and his wife's family, like, they owned that resort. And I think that's how we found out about it, because my dad and my stepmom were big tennis people. And it was like nobody really heard about this resort. And so we stayed there. Oh, that was the trip when all of our clothes, like our luggage never got there, and we had to do like the vacation thing. We went into the city of Marigot, I think it's called, and we like had to buy clothes for like the whole week, because we had like no swimsuits or swimsuits that we packed in our backpacks, and that was it. So we get there, and my dad's like checking us in. Well, the resort was like, we got there so late that it was like there was nobody there, so he had to like call somebody in or something. I can't remember how it happened, but anyway, we were like staying at one of these like little houses along the beach, but they had like a main hotel, and then they had these little houses along the beach. And so we were waiting for like our room to like somebody to help us with our room. And so my stepmom was like, I'm getting in the pool. And so they had this big pool, and all these people were like dressed fancy, and they were like sitting down in this bar. And my stepmom and I, we were in that pool at like midnight. That was so much fun. That memory is so fun. I can remember they had this restaurant. It was Oyster Bay, I think is what was on the other side. Or maybe that wasn't Oyster Bay. I don't remember. But anyway, they had this restaurant, and every day, obviously I wasn't a vegetarian, I would get club sandwiches, and then they have this tomato soup that was like unbelievable. My dad still texts me every once in a while. He'll be like, do you want to get the tomato soup and the club sandwich? He'll always text me that. But anyway, I feel like Alex is getting up and moving around. So maybe I need to finish up this vlog. So yeah, that's the only thing I wish, is that the pools were open later. But today has been fantastic. And I just want to say, like, yesterday I said some stuff about, like, these revelations I had, and you guys were so supportive of that and so sweet. And I am so entirely grateful for that, you guys. I just feel like this vlog is such a cool space. It's such a safe space for me. This trip has been, I said this the other day because somebody commented on it, and I appreciate the comment, because I didn't want people to get the wrong impression that I thought, like, they said something like, your vacation's not going to solve your anxiety. And I 100% agree with that statement. I also know that. And that's not what I ever thought to achieve by this vacation. But I also wanted to take some time. I was talking about this in my drama video today. Like when we send addicts and alcoholics to treatment centers, they go live in halfway houses, you like remove them from their environment to get healthy a little bit. And I am a believer that you can get healthy in any environment if you want to, okay? It might be more difficult to live in a crack house and stay sober, but I've known people that have done it. So you can do it. It is possible. But one of the reasons why we do that, and we encourage people to go live in halfway houses or go to treatment and things like that, is to remove you from your environment. It gives you a different perspective, right? To be on vacation has really given me a different perspective of how I want to go through my life going forward, how I want to like navigate. It also, I will say this, has given me a lot of appreciation for being at home. It's given me a lot of appreciation for our home and just enjoying like my space at home. It's also even kind of made me appreciate a little bit. It's made me realize I don't necessarily feel lonely or alone. I mean, there are moments, like Alex and I were talking about the moment. I said, you might ask me at the moment, and I might feel alone or lonely in that moment. But then the next day I might not feel like that at all. And that's okay. I don't have to excuse my feelings. If that day I'm feeling lonely, you know, if you say to somebody like, I feel lonely, and then they go, oh, he's a lonely person, and then a week later they go, well, you say you're lonely, and you go, no, I don't feel lonely today. Just because you say it one day of the week doesn't mean you always have to feel lonely, or you always have to feel happy, or you always have to feel sad. You never owe anybody an explanation for your feelings or emotions. They're your feelings and emotions, and you have a right to feel them. Don't ever explain them to, you don't ever have to explain them to anybody, okay? And also, something I learned years ago is that feelings are not facts. Feelings change, facts don't change. Feelings can change all the time. I'm so grateful for the supportive husband that I have, because we were talking about it last night. And I said, you know, one of the things about this trip that made me realize is I'm only as isolated or lonely as I choose to be. And I've known that for a long time. But sometimes, like, I go back and forth. It's like I want to complain about never being, you know, leaving the house or having a lot to do or being lonely there. But at the same time, like, some of the things that I'm missing, like, on this trip is, like, I am missing my chair to watch my shows on my iPad, you know? I am missing, like, seeing my neighbors. I mean, in the winter I don't so much. But, like, I love our home, you know? And so it's made me appreciate things more. It's also really made me appreciate my peace of mind, the importance of relaxation, not necessarily the importance of sleep, but that is important too. I'm aware of that. The simplicity of life. And also I think it's made me really realize, like how blessed I am. I mean, I already knew this, and I say it a lot, but truly how blessed I am to get to do this and call it a job, to make YouTube videos, that I can work from anywhere in the world, I can work from home, and that people care, and that people are interested in it. You know, I mean, that's the coolest thing in the entire world. And, you know, I've been thinking, like I said this yesterday, I've been thinking a lot about a lot of my channels, like, not this channel so much, except for that I want to make longer videos over here, because I missed the long vlogs. I have been vlogging more of like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. I think hour and 16, hour and 24 are pretty, like, around that time are, like, common for me recently. I don't know why. An hour and 10, hour and 16. I don't know why those times stick out to me. But I like to aim between, like, an hour and 15 and an hour and a half for, like, most of my videos when I get back over here, because I like doing the longer vlogs, and you guys seem to like the longer vlogs and watch the longer vlogs, which is really cool. But, you know, like, I just, like, I feel like I need to mix some things up and try, not start a new channel, but do some different things. And, you know, like, I think doing the Peter Watches TV channel has really taught me how much fun it is to kind of mix things up. And what I love doing, like, I was writing down some Peter Does Stuff videos, because I was like, I need to clean out this, like, drawer, this, like, cabinet. I call it a buffet table, and people don't ever know what I mean by that. It's like a long table that, like, you would have, like, a buffet on it in, like, a restaurant or something. That's what my mom always called it. But these drawers I've never cleaned out of there. And so I was like, okay, that's a video. People will be interested in that. Cleaning out your buffet drawer. What's in here? What's in my buffet drawer, you know, or buffet table? What's in my drawers, you know? And I love doing videos like that and telling stories about the stuff that I find. I mean, it's corny, right? And I know doesn't take any creativity, but I wrote it down. I was like, well, that's a video you could do one day when you're, you know, like, because you got to clean out the drawer and then, you know, talk about that stuff. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm having such a nice time relaxing. And I feel very relaxed, like I'm gonna film when I wanna film. And at the same time, I have, like, a healthy missing. Like, when I get back, I'll be ready to start filming again, you know? I think it was good for me to not film every day until today. And I don't know if I'm gonna film the rest of the time that we're here. I mean, on my vlog channel I will, but I don't know if I'll continue. If I might tomorrow film another drama video, or do one about the breakthrough for my Peter Watches TV channel, or I might not film for the next 4 or 5 days. I don't know, you know? I'm just taking it day by day. And this vacation has really taught me that. It's really taught me how to relax again and how to just, like, be in the moment. And I'm so thankful for that. And you guys have allowed me that. I am so grateful for all of you out there. So the UFO story, because I don't want to end it and not tell that. Okay, so let me tell you this. I did not know what that was. I swear to God, I had no clue what that was, okay? So, I don't have my reading glasses on, so I can see myself, but I'm, like, blurry to me. So if I have my reading glasses on, I can see it a lot clearer, okay? So I get done with the vlog last night, and I come in here, Alex is sitting on the bed, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to show you what I filmed. I think I caught, like, a UFO or, like, a shooting star. It was bigger than a shooting star on camera, so I didn't think it was a shooting star, but I was like, it's got to either be like a shooting star going into the ocean, or I don't know, like it was like a meteor or something, I don't know, like meteor shower or something. I didn't know what it was. And so I was like looking through, I was like, oh my God, here it is. I found it. Let me show it to you. Because I could like just scan through and I found it. So Alex comes over and leans on the end of the bag because I'm working over there, right? And he looks at it and he goes, phew. And he goes back and said, I go, what? Because I don't have my reading glasses on, right? I go, did you not see that? It was like purple. And he goes, babe, he goes, we're on the ocean. He goes, that is a seagull. He goes, there are birds here. There's a lot of birds here. He goes, that's a seagull. I go, it was purple. He goes, the lights around the pool are blue and purple. He goes, the bird flew over like in front of you or behind you, and you caught it on camera flying over the lights, and the lights lit up the bird. Therefore, it turned purple. It looked purple on camera. I go, I'm pretty sure that was a shooting star. So I look it back. I mean, if you go back and you pause it, it's at the 19. The camera stopped. I can't believe I'm at an hour already. Oh, it stayed. I can't believe it. But if you go, it's at the 19-minute and 15-second mark in my vlog from yesterday. If you go look, oh, it's straight up a bird. It is straight up a bird. It is straight up a bird. I was so devastated. I was like, I am going to turn into a UFO channel. Like, I have caught a real UFO on video. I was so excited about it, but you know what? It wasn't a UFO. Anyway, I'm going to be a UFO channel from now on. I am. I'm going to be out there tonight, like, looking. Be, like, spotting the UFOs. Anyway, okay, I'm going to get off here now, and I'm going to start uploading this, or rendering it, uploading it. And then we might go down to the, it's 4:59. So, right at an hour. So, I am going to maybe go down to the pool for one last dip, and then take a nap. Go to dinner tonight, watch a show, have a romantic dinner with my husband, and yeah, this trip is really good. This trip is really fun. I'm having a good time. So anyway, let me know what you guys are doing. People are sending me pictures. Nikki sent me a picture of it snowing there, and like I kind of missed the fact. Well, okay, who was it that sent it to me? I can't remember who it was, but. So now people keep on sending me that guy. I think his name's Ryan Hall or Ryan something like that. That he's the guy that the meteorologist that does the weather things. So like the entire like Midwest and Indiana included in it is from the 18th to 24th. It's supposed to get like this huge blast of snow and like a blizzard and stuff. Did you guys hear about this? It's supposed to be like sub-zero weather. Tanya last night was like, it's supposed to get down to 3. She's like, it's so cold outside. People are like, I'm not, Peter, I love you. Alex recharged his crystal. I go, what? He kept on saying, I said, do you want to go outside and see the full moon? He goes, well, my crystal's out there. And I go, you're what? I didn't even get it, like the first 4 times. He doesn't believe in all that kind of stuff. He goes, I'm recharging my crystal in the full moon. I go, you're doing what? Because I'm recharging my crystal. I go, I mean, I knew that was a thing. I'd heard of it, but I didn't know that my husband was doing it. You know what I mean? Things you learn about your partner. After 16 years, they recharge their crystals in the full moon. He's never done that, I don't think, before. He probably saw it on Instagram or something. It was like, I gotta recharge my crystal, and just happened to bring that necklace with him. But anyway, so apparently, we're supposed to get another huge, like, blizzard closer to the 24th in the Midwest. And also, it's supposed to be bringing heavy snow and, like, well, definitely sub-zero temperatures, but heavy snow is possible as well. So, and then it's supposed to also be like February as well. Alex and I have already talked about planning a trip in February. He's like, we were talking the other day because we're talking about like planning another trip. So you know we're going to Miami for Ultra in March, the end of March. I think Ultra is like the 28th of March or something like that. And so we were the other day, he was like, I think it was when we were coming back, because we were talking about Tulum and stuff like that for, like if we did like Isla Mujeres or like Tulum and whatever. And so he was like, do you want to plan a trip like a long weekend in February? I was like, let's do it. He's like, are you serious? I was like, I mean, I can go wherever any day of the week. Let's just go. He goes, so you would want to do like a long weekend in February? Are you sure? And I was like, yeah. He goes, I thought you would say no. I was like, what? Snow? Like, I love snow, but no, let's do it. Let's plan a trip. So we might plan a little weekend getaway. I would love to do like Vegas, but it's too cold to do Vegas right now. Like, Vegas can get cold, you know, in the wintertime. So I don't know. We might do a little, I really wanted to do Turks and Caicos, but like to go for a week, it's expensive. Mexico is not a super, I mean, it's an expensive trip, but it's not super expensive compared to like Turks and Caicos. Even Aruba, like, I mean, I looked at Aruba, it's pretty expensive most of the places. And so We have thought about Aruba too, but that's like a half a day. Although last time I said that, people were like, no, we got in at like 11 o'clock in the morning. So we would have to maybe just look at flights, maybe do Aruba. I don't know. But Aruba, Turks and Caicos, and maybe just do it like for 4 or 5 days. So we're thinking about that. But anyway, I don't know. Might be another trip coming in February. I said I was traveling a lot this year. Y'all didn't believe me, did you? Did you believe me? Did you believe me? Well, if you believed that, no, I am going to travel a lot this year. But if you believe that, then in my last vlog, I had a UFO sighting because I'm a UFO channel now. All right, I'm gonna get off here. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. Is it Tuesday already? Oh my God. Magically amazing Tuesday. How long have we been here so far? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is our 5th day. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. I love you. I really do. And I know I say that at the end of all my videos, but you guys are incredible. You allow me to have this most incredible life. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for you watching my videos. I love getting on here and sharing with you guys what I'm, doing. Somebody said yesterday when I was talking about that, they said this will be a good point. Well, I was talking the last 2 days. They said, I think I said it in my vlog, but they said it more eloquently than me in the comment section. They said this will be a good baseline point for you to look back and see if you have changed and grown, how much you have changed and grown going forward. And I agree with that, And I also love to kind of look back on the different vlogs and see this and see what TV show was I watching. Oh, what that hotel room look like? It's fun. So thank you guys for allowing me this most incredible life. I appreciate it, and for watching my videos and allowing me into your life. And it means the world to me. So thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena.